Today I got a package from Amazon. What's up friends, Liron here. Thank you for joining me in another video. Today we're gonna unbox this mystery package here. I don't know what it is, so let's get to it. Okay, let's get this show started. So just so you know, I cleaned up my desk today, which is really cool because it was a disaster and it feels so much better now. I have a lot of space. Let's get started here. I don't know what it is. Awesome! That's my MyArtscape watercolor tubes that I ordered from Amazon. Really cool. They got here really fast. I'm really happy to see those. So the thing that caught my eye with this set, let's get this out of the way, shall we? The thing that caught my eye with this is that it was just really cheap. I mean, I think it went for $16. I guess you can find it cheaper than that, but I don't know. I saw really good reviews and I decided to test it out. So it's 12 tubes of 12 milliliters. So it was 25 including delivery. It was 16 on Amazon. Now, if I compare it to the Van Gogh, Thailand's Van Gogh 12 set of 10 milliliter, it costs more than twice. So about $40 something. And so this is a really good price. So I'm really curious to see here. What do we have here? It's a nice box, not too fancy. Let's open it up. I'm gonna use my trusty scissors here because it just always takes too much time when you just do it. So here we have it. Really cool. I'm happy because I wanted a set of tubes. I always buy them individually. And cool. Let me zoom in a bit. Okay, so these are the tube, and I think I read somewhere that it's the type of tube that you can't just open it. You actually have to screw this, or rather press it against this part, and then it opens. So it's really well kept, well preserved inside. Let's give it a shot with this deep green. See what happens. Oh, it was really easy. Cool. Oh, there we have it. So this one's pinched and you can see the paint. So what I think I will do is I actually have my spare palette here. So this one I don't normally use it. It has this place. Oh, very nice, very good. So I will just, I think, put some of these here and just give it a go. See how I like them and see what the properties of the paints are. And I also, I'm stuttering. I will also review these regardless on my the paint show. So you will see probably individual reviews of some of these specific ones in the future. Hopefully all of them if we're gonna make this show work. So let me arrange it here and come back to you and we'll just demo test, see what the paint looks like. Let's begin. Let's give this a test drive. Now, on the left, I put my palette. I usually put it on my right because it makes much more sense, but just so that you can see some of the mixing action. So I'm going to just start with some yellow here. And I have no idea, really. I'm just learning these paints now as we go. So just going to take a teeny tiny bit of yellow. And I'm not even sure, like, what to look for. I guess I'll just try to play around with them and see what they feel like. Let's make the paint a bit more dominant in the mixture. So I'm gonna grab a little more of the yellow here, like a lot more of the yellow. Let's add some water. This is a palette I used for a really short time. I just didn't like the setup so much. It was before I even knew what to look for in a palette. So we have some yellow. Nice. Let's try and blend it into the paper a bit. This is Arch cold press, the one I always use, at least in the last couple of months. Okay, It's nice. Let's go to a stronger one here, so that we can actually see what it looks like better. You can't see me mixing, it's right below, so there we go. By the way, I'm sorry if it's a bit blue, I'll try and edit it out. I don't know why the lighting is a bit weird. This is cerulean blue, that's what the name says, which is actually a good point. I'll talk about it in a minute, you know what? But this one is really, I like it, it's really vibrant. And yeah, I like it. So I was looking at the tubes, let me show you. So when I'm looking at them, I observed one of them from all around and turn it around, and I don't see any information about the pigment or what it's made of. So that's a good point. You know, you can't really know what's in this cerulean blue unless you actually go maybe online. They have a catalog or something like this that you can check, because they don't say, and so it's a bit suspicious. But I guess it doesn't necessarily mean anything bad. I'll just be happy to check and see. You know, from the way the paint feels, I don't know, feels good. I'm gonna try some red here, and then we'll get into some mixing. So the paint is really, it's really strong. I like it. If I have to say something about it, like, it feels good. It doesn't feel like and you know, it's partially because I take it directly from the tube, and so can be also due to that. I'm not sure about how it blends or how it mixes together, but we're gonna try making a mixture here. So shall we mix some blue and red? I think let's see what we get here. We get this grayish thing. I was hoping for some violet or purple or magenta, but it seems like these are perfect opposites. Way to go, Liron, for that. Let's just try and see what happens. It's a nice gray, I like it. If I'll add some yellow, it will be, I guess, a little more perfect gray. Or a little more yellow gray. Let's try and let it mix a bit on the paper. So we have here, by the way, the red is vermilion, the yellow is lemon yellow, and then we have the cerulean blue in the center. And I will give the green a try in a moment. I'm also curious about that. So let them blend a bit. It's really hard to say. I think I'll actually need to do a painting with them. Let's try the green here. It says deep green. I never used deep green before. I'm used to sap green. So this one kind of reminds me of a bit of Viridian. Not exactly the same. Let's try a very light mixture. Let's just put some like this. Add a little bit more pigment here. I'm not used to working with paint straight out of the tube, so it's also nice. I like that the paint can really get very saturated very easily. Because when the paint dries on the palette, you don't get as much, you know. You don't get as much of pigment. You need to actually bring it out of the paint, so. Okay, so it's a nice yellow, a nice green, and I was just thinking about mixing it with the yellow, just for fun. Let's see what we get. So my first impression is that these really are highly pigmented, as they say. I'm really not sure what the downsides are. I guess I'll need to play around with them a bit more, see how different combinations work. These are relatively light and bright colors that I chose to use here, maybe with the burnt sienna, or we also have, I think, sepia here. We'll be able to see if there's any issues with mixing or things of that nature. Could be interesting. By the way, these ones I have here are Cotman, Winsor Newton Cotman, like the cheapest of the Winsor Newton line of paints. I started with them. And I also said in another video that I like to start cheap, and it just gives me a good idea of what I get when I do spend more money on quality, which is funny because you'd assume I save money by doing it, but actually I don't, because you end up, at least I end up buying both the cheap and the expensive paint, and I could just start with the expensive. But I like to have the contrast to actually be able to tell what I'm paying for and what the difference is for. So anyway, I think this wraps it up, and I may just do another video that actually shows me doing a full painting with these. It could be interesting to see how they compare to the Daniel Smiths, which are excellent, and to the Cotman also. Maybe I'll do a comparison one day, I don't know. And I'll definitely again review these tubes, because it's gonna take some work and some research, because you know, you saw it, there's not a lot of information on the package itself. There's like nothing that says what it's made of. I'm just doing crap now. So I'll need to research a bit and see what they're made of. And this is it. I think that's enough. Let's wrap up this video. So very nice paints. First impression is good. We only tested the very strong and vibrant ones. It could be nice to check out these ones, and I'll probably do another review of them. Good first impression. I can see some weird granulation on the yellow-green mixture a bit, so there's that. Of course, I'm sure there are some downsides to these, because I've gotten so used to the high quality ones, so I'm sure I'll notice them and they will pop. Thank you for watching. You can expect to see more of these, and let me know if you want me to go over the other paints or tubes, something specific you want me to review. And that's it. Don't forget to subscribe, follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, and take care. I'll see you in another video.